The world is a giant globe filled with experiences and attractions that are all unique in their own ways. While some of those are all relaxing and fun, others are, well, not for everyone. In this video, we're going to be taking a closer look at 10 insane attractions people love visiting that will give you the chills. Number 10. The Paris Catacombs. Paris is supposed to be all about romance and having fun, but it's not all good. Underneath the City of Lights is the City of the Dead. Back in the 17th century, when Paris got more and more populated, it ran into a huge issue with a lack of cemetery space. There was no place to keep all the corpses, and most of the cemeteries were actually overcrowded. The only solution they could come up with was storing the corpses in the tunnels right beneath the streets of Paris that had existed since the 13th century. This catacomb became the final resting spot for more than 6 million Parisians. The cemetery was later shut down after everyone in the area started complaining about the strong smell of rotting flesh. Today, you can actually visit this place and see the skulls of all the people who were buried there. Number 9. Mont Huashan. Hiking might sound like a nice and fun activity to do on a normal mountain, but definitely not on Mont Huashan. The plank walk on the mountain is literally considered the most dangerous hike in the entire world. There's not even a trail or anything of the sort. Hikers have to walk on a few planks of wood bolted on the side over 7,000 feet above the ground. The path is super thin and doesn't really look that safe. So this is a nightmare for anyone that's scared of heights. Plus, since the elevation is so insanely high, along with the fact that the path is nearly impossible to normally walk on, the hike can get extremely tiring. Number 8. Island of the Dolls. The Island of the Dolls is located just outside of Mexico City in Xochimilco, and it's undoubtedly one of the craziest places on the planet. The island is filled with scary dolls everywhere, and most of them are decomposing. Some of them are even hanging from tree branches, which makes it look even creepier. Apparently, the souls of children are said to haunt the entire island. People that have visited the island have reported hearing strange, unexplainable noises and even claim that some of the dolls moved entirely on their own. This island has become one of the most popular tourist destinations in Xochimilco in the last decade or so, just because of these weird dolls. There's actually a really sad story behind this scary-looking island. A little girl was found washed up on the shore by a man that lived on the island. Unfortunately, there wasn't much the man, Don Julian Santana Barrera, could do to save her. He was one of the only people on the entire island and never really got any visitors either, so he definitely wasn't expecting this. A couple of days later, the same man saw a doll that had also washed up on a shore and decided to hang it up on the trees, in memory of the girl he found earlier. After this, he kept seeing the girl in his dreams and was completely haunted by her. The only thing that made him feel better was putting up dolls everywhere. Some people actually think Don might have hallucinated the whole thing because he was very lonely and didn't have a family. The creepiest part of this story is that Don drowned in the exact same spot where he allegedly found the little girl 50 years later. Number 7. King.The. There are two types of roller coasters in this world, ones that are actually fun and others that will just scare the life out of you. King.The is definitely not the first one. This roller coaster is the tallest in the entire world at 456 feet high. It's also a U-shape and goes upside down all throughout the ride. It's not just the tallest ride in the world, but also one of the fastest. You'll leave the main station from 0 miles per hour all the way to 128 miles per hour. The ride is so fast that you probably won't even have time to think about what's going on. Number 6. Island of Snakes. Just 20 miles from the coast of southeast Brazil, there's a small island called Ilha de Camida. You won't really think much of the island until you find out what the name is in English. The island is literally called Snake Island. The whole island is completely filled with snakes everywhere, and they're not just small constrictors either. The island only has the most venomous snakes, specifically the fer-de-lance, which is considered the deadliest snake in South America. Since the island is 20 miles from the mainland coast, no snake can really reach the land. Given just how deadly these snakes are, this is a huge relief for everyone. Number 5. World's longest glass bottomed bridge. Glass bridges are already scary enough as they are, but add longest glass bridge to that and it just becomes terrifying. The bridge is located in the Moc Chau district in Vietnam and is called Bac Long. The name translates to White Dragon because of its unique look. The bridge measures more than 2,073 feet in length, so you won't be getting to the other side of the bridge anytime soon. What makes it even scarier is that you walk on 1.5 inches of tempered glass. Despite this, the bridge can actually support around 500 people at once. Apparently, they tested the bridge by putting heavy trucks and cars all over it. Number 4. Peruvian Sky Lodges. While some people like to book a regular hotel on their vacation, others want to wake up 1,300 feet above the ground, just hanging on the side of a mountain. If this kind of thing sounds good to you, then you'd love the Peruvian Sky Lodges. These are transparent pods that literally hang off the side of a cliff. They're not on a rock or anything, but just hanging by a few wires. The Sky Lodges are actually pretty luxurious from the inside and have a bedroom as well as a dining area with a shared bathroom. Getting to the actual Sky Lodge is basically half of the adventure. You can either take the Iron Way, where you have to cross a hanging bridge 600 feet above the ground and climb the cliffs, or you can take the hike and zipline route. Both are equally as scary, so choose the one you find better. Number 3. Transilligny Lunatic Asylum. The Transilligny Lunatic Asylum first opened in 1864 and was only supposed to hold around 250 patients max. However, as time went by, more and more patients were admitted to this hospital, and by the 1950s there were more than 2,400 patients in total. That's nearly 10 times what the limit was. Because of this, the patients had to live in severely overcrowded conditions, and it was a really bad asylum. Apparently, hundreds of patients died out of the thousands that were admitted there. The asylum is now a historical landmark, and people can take ghost tours of the whole building. Some even see the former residents who might be haunting the building. Number 2. The Bridge Between Heaven and Hell. The Danyor Suspension Bridge, located in Gilgit-Baltistan, around northeastern areas of Pakistan, is considered one of the most dangerous bridges ever. Even though it's really dangerous, some people actually risk their life to just see the amazing view from above by going on the bridge. It's so beautiful that people dubbed it as the Bridge Between Heaven and Hell. The reason why the bridge is so unsafe is that it was built in the late 60s, when people could only cross from mountain to mountain using a boat. It was dug up and built without any engineering tools or equipment, which is why people steer clear of this bridge. Number 1. Chernobyl. The Chernobyl explosion is considered the worst nuclear disaster in history. On April 26, 1986, a power station in the town was completely destroyed by an explosion. The huge explosion actually left all the area surrounding it completely uninhabitable. Even though only 28 people died from the explosion itself, thousands died after the incident because of cancer the radiation caused. Chernobyl has been open to the public ever since 2011, when it was finally deemed safe, so you can look at what was once a peaceful town. Alright, which of these scary attractions gave you the chills? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to Trend Joint, and we'll see you in the next one.